Introduction to Legal Considerations for Ethereum Applications. This presentation provides an overview of legal considerations for Ethereum and decentralized application development. The goal is to guide you in understanding the legal frameworks applicable to this technology, ensure compliance, and mitigate legal risks associated with Ethereum and dApps. Legal frameworks on blockchain. Legal frameworks are sets of rules and regulations designed to govern a specific area of human activity. Blockchain technology, particularly Ethereum, presents unique challenges and opportunities within existing legal frameworks. Several key legal principles are particularly relevant to blockchain, including transparency, accountability, and security. Regulatory bodies influencing Ethereum. Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC). It is a U.S. federal agency that regulates the securities market. It oversees the issuance and trading of securities, including cryptocurrencies. Commodity Commodity Futures Trading Commission (CFTC). The CFTC regulates the futures and options markets, which include digital assets that meet the definition of a commodity. The CFTC has jurisdiction over digital assets, including cryptocurrencies. Financial Crimes Enforcement Network (FinCEN) of the U.S. Department of Treasury that enforces anti-money laundering laws. It regulates financial institutions, including cryptocurrency exchanges. Next is General Data Protection Regulation (GDPR). So the GDPR is a European privacy regulation that applies to personal data processed by organizations within the European Union, including Ethereum applications that handle user data. So let's talk about securities laws and tokens. Securities laws are regulations designed to protect investors from fraud and manipulation. These laws are highly relevant to Ethereum tokens, as some tokens may be classified as securities. The Howey test, as I have mentioned before, is a legal framework used to determine if a token is a security. If a token meets the criteria of the Howey test, it is subject to securities laws. The SEC has investigated several tokens and more securities. These decisions have significant implications for the token economy and highlight the importance of understanding legal requirements. Let's talk about an example, which is the Howey test application. The Howey test is a legal framework used to determine if an asset is a security. It is a four-part test that examines the investment of money, a common enterprise, expectation of profits, and profits derived solely from the efforts of others. The Howey test is used to classify digital tokens specifically to determine if they're subject to securities laws. The SEC has used the Howey test in its investigations of tokens, concluding that some tokens are securities. So, as I mentioned, right, a summary, Howey test is used by the SEC to determine if an asset is a security, requires an investment of money, common enterprise, expectation of profits, and profits derived solely from the efforts of others. And cryptocurrency tokens that meet the criteria of the Howey test may be subject to securities laws. So we have talked about this before, but again, anti-money laundering AML and know your customer KYC. So AML and KYC regulations are crucial for preventing money laundering and terrorist financing. These regulations apply to financial institutions, including cryptocurrency exchanges and dApps that handle digital assets. The Ethereum applications must comply with AML KYC requirements to mitigate financial risks and maintain a secure operating environment. Key requirements for Ethereum applications include customer identification, transaction monitoring, and reporting suspicious activities. dApps need to dApps need to implement robust AML KYC procedures to ensure compliance. This may involve integrating KYC checks during account creation, monitoring transactions for suspicious patterns, and reporting suspicious activities to relevant authorities. So let's go through an example of AML KYC implementation, right? So implementing AML KYC compliance in a dApp is crucial to mitigating financial risks and ensuring adherence to regulations. By integrating AML KYC checks during account creation and monitoring transactions for suspicious patterns, dApps can maintain a secure operating environment. This example code demonstrates a simple AML KYC compliance contract in Solidity, showcasing how to verify users and check their verification status essentially. So let's go through the code here, right? So the first code is a simple AML KYC compliance contract. So you're specifying Solidity version 0.8 or higher, declaring a new contract called AML KYC compliance, right? Simple. You're creating a public mapping called verified users, maps an Ethereum address to a Boolean value indicating whether a user is verified. Function verify user takes an Ethereum address as an argument. Right, and verified user equal to true sets the values of verified user's mapping for the given address to true. And yeah, you're defining a new public view function named as verified that takes an Ethereum address as an argument and returns a Boolean value. and you return the verification status of the given address from the verified user's mapping. So that's this code apparently. So let's talk about data protection and privacy laws. Data protection regulations like the GDPR and CCPA are essential for safeguarding user data in Ethereum applications. These regulations establish requirements for collecting, processing, and storing personal information, ensuring transparency and control for individuals. Compliance with these regulations is crucial for maintaining user trust, protecting against legal risks, and fostering a responsible digital environment. Key requirements for data protection include obtaining explicit consent for data processing, implementing robust security measures to prevent data breaches, and providing individuals with access to their data and the ability to correct it or delete it, I guess. App developers must prioritize data privacy by design, incorporating strong security practices, and implementing appropriate data governance mechanisms. So let's take an example to ensure data privacy. So implementing data privacy measures is crucial for protecting user info in Ethereum applications. This example code demonstrates how to encrypt user data before storing it in a smart contract. By encrypting sensitive data, we minimize the risk of unauthorized access and maintain the confidentiality of user information. This practice aligns with data protection regulations such as GDPR and CCPA. So yeah, here's the code essentially. Solidity version 0.8 or higher. Contract data privacy declares a new contract named data privacy. You're creating a private mapping called encrypted data, maps an Ethereum address to bytes 32 value, which is intended to store encrypted data. Next, you have a public function named store data that takes an Ethereum address and a byte 32 data value as argument. Next, encrypted data user equal to data. So this sets the value of the encrypted data mapping for the given address to the provided data, storing the encrypted data. Next, you have a public view function named getData that takes an Ethereum address as an argument and returns a byte 32 value. Finally, you are returning the encrypted data associated with the given address from the encrypted data mapping, right? So this is the code essentially. Let's talk about smart contract legality. So legal considerations. Smart contracts are computer programs that automatically execute agreements based on predefined rules. Legality involves determining their validity and enforceability within existing legal frameworks. Enforceability. While smart contracts automate agreement execution, enforcing them legally can be quite complex. Traditional contract law principles may apply, but specific challenges arise due to the decentralized and immutable nature of blockchain. Jurisdictional challenges. Smart contracts operate across borders, leading to jurisdictional challenges. Determining applicable law and resolving disputes can be difficult when parties are located in different countries. Cross-border issues. Cross-border transactions involving smart contracts raise issues of jurisdiction, conflict of laws, and enforcement. Legal frameworks need to adapt to address these challenges effectively. Let's talk about intellectual property considerations. Protecting intellectual property is crucial in the Ethereum ecosystem. Your Ethereum application may contain valuable IP, such as code, designs, and branding elements. Failing to protect your IP can lead to unauthorized use or infringement. There are various forms of IP, each with its own legal protection. Copyright protects original works of authorship, such as code and documentation. Trademarks protect brand names and logos, while patents protect inventions and processes. Understanding the types of IP relevant to your application is crucial for effective protection. Let's talk about protecting intellectual property. So, protecting intellectual property IP is crucial for any blockchain project, especially for dApps that may incorporate unique code designs and functionalities. For instance, registering a trademark for your dApp's name or logo can prevent others from using similar marks, safeguarding your brand identity and reputation. Several legal resources are available to assist with IP protection, including the US Patent and Trademark Office, USPTO, World Intellectual Property Organization, WIPO, and legal professionals specializing in intellectual property law. Consulting with IP experts can help you determine the best strategies for protecting your specific assets and navigating the complexities of IP rights in the blockchain space. Taxation and reporting. So, Ethereum transactions and dApps can have significant tax implications. Understanding these implications and complying with reporting requirements is critical for users and developers alike. For example, profits from trading cryptocurrencies and selling tokens may be subject to capital tax gains. And while income derived from staking or lending may be considered taxable income. Accurate record keeping is essential for reporting cryptocurrency earnings. This includes documentation, transaction histories, details of purchases, sales, and other relevant info. It is advisable to use a specialized crypto tax software tool to assist with record keeping and calculations. Reporting requirements vary by jurisdiction. Consulting with tax professionals familiar with blockchain regulations is crucial to understand local laws and ensure compliance. Tax authorities are increasingly focused on cryptocurrency transactions, so staying informed about reporting requirements is essential to avoid penalties. Let's talk about an example, which is tax compliance. Cryptocurrency transactions can have complex tax implications. This example demonstrates calculating and reporting taxes on cryptocurrency gains and losses. Assume an individual purchased one Ethereum for 1,000 and sold it for 2,000. The capital gain is $1,000, which may be subject to capital gains tax. Tools like cointracking.info can help manage tax compliance by tracking transactions and generating reports for tax filing. Consulting a tax professional familiar with cryptocurrency regulations is essential for accurate reporting. Consumer protection laws. So, consumer protection is essential in Ethereum applications, safeguarding users and building trust in the ecosystem. Regulations like the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau (CFPB) and the Federal Trade Commission (FTC) provide guidelines for fair and transparent practices. dApps must prioritize transparency and fairness, offering clear disclosures, user-friendly interfaces, and readily accessible info about their functionalities and risks. Compliance with consumer protection laws is crucial for fostering a responsible and ethical blockchain environment, protecting users from exploitation and promoting long-term sustainability. Let's talk about an example, which is consumer protection measures. Implementing clear and user-friendly terms of service and privacy policies is in trust with users. These documents should outline the rights and responsibilities of both the dApp and the user, ensuring transparency and clarity in data collection, usage, and security practices. Key clauses to include may cover data ownership, access rights, data deletion procedures, and security measures implemented to protect user info. It is also crucial to provide a readily accessible and user-friendly communication channel for users to address any concerns or questions regarding their data. Legal risks and mitigation. So, common legal risks. Ethereum applications face various legal risks, including regulatory uncertainty, intellectual property infringement, securities law violations, and data privacy breaches. Understanding these risks is essential for responsible development and compliance. Mitigation strategies. To mitigate legal risks, conduct through due diligence, implement robust security measures, seek legal counsel. Stay informed about evolving regulations. Engaging with legal professionals specializing in blockchain law is crucial for navigating complex legal landscapes. So the importance of legal counsel. So legal counsel obviously provides valuable guidance throughout the development lifecycle, ensuring compliance, minimizing risks, and protecting your interests. Ongoing legal reviews are essential to adapt to changing regulations and evolving legal interpretations. So case studies, we have discussed these before, right? So we have talked about DAO hack. So the DAO hack is a landmark case in Ethereum's history. This incident involved the theft of millions of dollars worth of aid from the decentralized autonomous organization using a smart contract vulnerability. So the key issues. So this case raised questions about the legal responsibility of developers for smart contract vulnerabilities, the enforceability of smart contracts, and the regulatory framework for decentralized applications. Outcomes. The DAO hack can lead to a hard fork of the Ethereum blockchain, creating Ethereum Classic. This highlights the complexities of handling legal issues within a decentralized and immutable system. The lessons learned. This case emphasizes the importance of thorough smart contract audits, robust security measures, and clear legal frameworks for handling incidents within the Ethereum ecosystem. Let's talk about future trends in blockchain law. The legal landscape for blockchain technology is constantly evolving. New regulations and interpretations are emerging, impacting how Ethereum and other blockchain projects operate. Understanding these trends is crucial for staying ahead of the curve and ensuring compliance. Predicting the future of blockchain law is quite challenging, but certain trends are becoming apparent. Increased regulatory clarity, particularly in areas like securities law and data privacy, is expected. The focus on consumer protection is likely to grow, demanding more transparency and accountability from dApps. So summary and Q&A as usual on the Discord server. This presentation explored the legal landscape of Ethereum, encompassing regulatory frameworks, compliance requirements, intellectual property considerations, and future trends. We examined key legal frameworks such as securities laws, anti-money laundering, and know your customer regulations and data protection laws. We also discussed the importance of protecting intellectual property, navigating tax implications, and addressing consumer protection concerns. So that's it for today, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.